Okay. Alright. I think, yep. Forgot my water bottle, so I'm using Pepsi Max bottle instead. Works just fine. Oh, hang on. Okay, let me just get myself prepared. Alright. Okay, so today what I've got planned is, if you've had a look on the GitHub, I've done almost all of the near-term stuff. Oh shit, where'd everything go? Okay, it's gone. Help, thank you, there we go, I fixed it. All of the near-term stuff is basically done. Let me just pull up the coding here. So as you can also see, I'm no longer using Nano. I am in fact doing Visual Studio Code. It's just, you know, a lot cleaner, and it's also got IntelliSense, and I feel like also with like management of everything, like management of all like the files and everything here, it just makes a bit more sense, especially as this project grows like a lot more in size. I feel like it's only really, oh actually, hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Let me just do that. Do that. I'm just switching how everything is laid out, because I'd have OBS on that monitor there, but if I have OBS on this monitor here, then I'll be facing the microphone more, and I feel like if I'm facing the microphone more, that would be better, so you guys will be able to hear me better. Also, chat is working today. Ooh, actually, what if I were to go ahead and go window capture, let's just name it chat. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway. There. Okay, so now we will crop the top of it off quite substantially. Give me a second here, guys. It's quite slow. And we will also crop the bottom off, because you guys don't need to see that. Why did it stop at 19 pixels? Oh, because I accidentally moved my mouse up a bit. There we go. Let's just put that there, and then right click, filters, chroma key, and then we'll go custom color select, pick screen color, we'll do that. There we go. And let's just go test. Okay. Alright, that hasn't really worked, hasn't it? No. Filters. We'll remove that. So now you can see it says test, and then we'll go Luma key. What does this do? I think this might be the best, actually. Yeah. Let me just go ahead. Now we'll go properties. Can I flip it? Filters. Scaling / aspect ratio. Resolution. Oh no, it doesn't do what I want it to do. Right click. Transform. Oh fuck. Shit. Shit. It's upside down now. Flip vertical. Oh fuck, no, hang on. Oh, give me a sec, sorry. I'll go flip vertical again, flip it around. Now I'll go flip horizontal. Oh, now it's backwards. Shit. What if I were to just move my ass over here? Again, sorry for any background noise. Yeah, there we go. Oh, ooh, actually. No, that's not good then, because you won't be able to see the code all that much. Shit. Hang on, that ain't. Let's put this here and let's put chat there. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that works. And then what if I were to flip myself? We'll go flip that. No shit. God damn it.
Isaac, I don't want you throwing anything out here or
Yep.
you're going to
Okay.
be in big trouble.
So now I'm more facing towards.
You are not getting the PlayStation.
Yeah. Again, please ignore any background noise.
Stop throwing things.
Yeah. I need to get a new, well, not new microphone. This microphone's great, but like noise cancellation. Let me Google that actually. Like noise suppression Ubuntu. Noise torch or pulse audio is built in. Load the echo / noise cancellation module through pulse audio. Has okay, so I've loaded it. Open sound settings. That's not sound settings. Sound settings. Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm trying to while.
Yeah. I think I can change the sensitivity of it. Let's just go back into sound settings, input. No, it's sound effects. Whoa, I can have sound effects. Damn. Let's just. Yeah. Okay. How's. Ooh. How's this? Oh. Testing, testing. I mean, seems to be quieter. I'm not sure if it'll be blocking out any outside noise or if I even sound the same anymore because I can't test it. I'm going to turn down my desktop audio a fair bit because if anything plays through my desktop, then your ears are going to get fucked. I think I might turn it up slightly again, actually. Like, by that. Yeah. There you go. There we go. Okay, so today, what we will be focusing on is some of the near-term stuff. So if I go into the near-term stuff is basically done. So if we go into here, the near-term stuff, all I have is Fat32 long name, and as you can see, that's coming way later because that right now would just be way too much. I wonder what. Okay. If like that would just be like that's just going to be fucking pointless for now, honestly. It's just going to be so much work for absolutely nothing, really. Well, I mean, not nothing, but like basically nothing. So there's no real point. It's just going to be a hell of a lot of work. It's like 2 or 3 times more work than what I did with the subdirectory navigation, which I didn't do on stream, but I did get working. Let me just close out sound settings now. Look, there's also a new make command called make run. So you go make. These warnings don't matter. It's all fine. Make ISO, make disk, then you hit make run. And then we have it all open, and here we are. We're going to go ls, and then we'll go mkdir docs. Now, technically, we don't need to do that. The capitals we don't need to put in docs, but now if we go ls again, we have docs. cd docs. Tab. Hang on. All right. So now we can go write test.txt and we'll just say hello. And we'll go cd dot. We can go, let's just go not Excel, we go clear, and now we go cat docs/test. Now technically it will be test.tx instead of test.txt. It does, there is some character pushing, but overall That's why. You may need to manually put in the last T, but it does work. I swear I changed the way characters get inputted, right? Like write file 512. It was 64. Yeah, here, right here. Find prefix 64. I changed the matches to 64. I also did that in the shell, and you can't see. I've still got Clemo open. But yeah, changed it to 64. But anyway, not a big deal, really. Yeah. So what we will be doing today is we won't be doing FAT32 long name. We'll be starting with the medium term stuff. That's why it says roughly in order up here. So syscall interface, user mode, which will be ring 3, and then basic process task and structure, and then round robin scheduler. So with the syscall interface, let's just go like what we're trying, like why we even need this stuff. Because right now, GordOS, which if you didn't know is the name of the fucking operating system, only has one mode of execution, and so like everything runs in ring 0, which is, so there are rings to it, right? Ring 0 is usually just where the kernel is, and then you have ring 1, ring 2, and ring 3. In x86 64 you only have 4 rings, and ring 0 is included. So ring 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have ring 0, ring 1, ring 2, ring 3. Altogether that's 4 rings. So we're only going to be using ring 0 and ring 3. Ring 0 will obviously be where the kernel is, and with system drivers, they will be together in ring 0. That's how a lot of x86 operating systems do it. And then ring 3 will be, well, user mode. Anyway, so in ring 0, it is the CPU's most privileged mode, like the kernel, shell, file system, all of that. And that basically means any code running on the system can do literally anything, like at all, to the system. Like, it can crash the entire, like one small error can, in one application, can crash the entire system. Not just the single app, it can crash the entire system. And so the goal of, like, there's going to be a chain. Will be the syscall interface, user mode, process structure, and this scheduler. And so that's the whole chain of things, really. And so the goal of the chain is to create like a separation between kernel space, which is trusted, ring 0, and user space, which is untrusted, ring 3. And we don't want anything in the user space to be trusted. That's basically what it is, right? Because if anything in the user space is trusted to the degree of the kernel, anything can go, and we don't want that. And so that, and like build the infrastructure, like run multiple independent programs as well. You can't do that on just ring 0. So the step 1 will be syscall, which is the bridge between the user space and the kernel. So it's user space, the bridge between user space and kernel space. Like when you use a program needs to do something like print to the screen, read a file, or exit, or whatever. It can't do it directly. It cannot do that directly.
Why didn't you guys put a show on now?
Sorry, I don't think my noise suppression worked. That sucks. Damn. Anyway, so they're talking about SpongeBob now. Yeah. All right. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, if it can't run this stuff directly.
I know, it was just that there was argument.
Fucking hell. Can't do it directly, and we don't want it to do it directly. That's the thing. So instead, it will would fire a software interrupt, which would be 0x80, which will be our syscall interface. So instead of calling the kernel, it will call 0x0, which is where our syscall interface will be, and that will be a bridge. So the CPU switches, then will switch to ring 0, and then the kernel handles the request, and control returns to the user program. And so what we'll really be building here is just the dispatch infrastructure. So a table of function pointers indexed by a syscall number and IDT handler for vector 0x0, basically. And so we don't need user mode for this step, but we can call 0x80 from the kernel to test it, because we're not doing a user mode just yet, although step 2 will be the user mode, but I'm not sure if we will get to the user mode yet in this stream. Maybe, who knows? Maybe this stream will last 8 hours. I mean, given that the first GordOS Development stream was an hour 20, and then the last one was almost 3 hours, I feel like this one could. This is going up gradually by. Yeah, it could be. Anyway, so the next step after we get syscalls would be user mode. Hang on, give me a second here. Hang on, sorry. Alright. I was just checking the stream, making sure everything was good. And everything's good. So, that's true. I haven't been feeling the best recently. I think I may have a stomach bug or something, so probably going to be taking more toilet breaks. Be prepared for them. Where'd my fucking... There one. Yeah, so it probably won't last that long, but... Yeah, I do need sleep and stuff, but anyway. Then after we do syscalls, we will do the user mode, which will be in ring 3. So x86, like I said, has 4 rings, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's 4. And so most OSs only use 0 and 3, like I was saying, and this is basically what we will be doing. So ring 3 code cannot execute privileged instructions, really. So cannot access kernel memory, cannot talk to the hardware directly. If it tries, the CPU files a GPF, which is a general protection fault. It'll be like, nope, you can't do this. You don't have... Fuck off, basically. That's what it says. And so to get into ring 3, you use IRET or IRET, which is the same, it's an instruction. It's a CPU call instruction. It's the same instruction used to return from interrupts. IRET, I return. Yeah. use to return interrupts, and then like but it's use to return interrupts, but with like this, it's the stack will be set up to the point at ring 3 code with ring 3 segment selectors. CPU sees the privilege level change in the segment selectors and drops to ring 3. I don't think if I'm making any sense. Should we just get started with it? Like, I feel like I'll just explain it really as we go, kind of. So we'll need to do kernel, new file, syscall.c, and we will also go syscall.h. So what these do, they're defined. So what syscall.h will do, it's like with what every single .h thing, it defines the syscall numbers, implements the actual syscall functions, and then registers an ITT's handle for vector 0x80, and then dispatches based on EAX. And so syscall conversion, when user code, or well, right now, kernel code, fires int 0x80, like, we have different registers, so register EAX will be syscall number, register EBX will be argument 1, ECX argument 2, EDX argument 3, then EAX is return a value. And that is almost identical to the old Linux i386 ABI, and I'm doing that deliberately because it's well documented. And so it's like, it's well documented and stuff. So let us start. So if you actually, I would need to start at isr.s, which is assembly, at the bottom of the file. After the last no error code, it would be, we'll go .global syscall not dot underscore, not stub, syscall underscore stub CLI push $0. Oh, now we'll go push again, and this time will be $0x80. That's not a $, that's a %. $0x80, and now we'll go jump syscall underscore common. And so now we do syscall underscore common push a exo R percent, that's not percent, percent EAX percent EAX, and now we go MOV percent DS percent AX. So now we go push percent EAX, and now MOV $, 0x 10% AX. Now MOV again, and this will be percent AX, not AXN, percent AX to percent DS, and so now MOV percent A, not add AX to, oh, hang on. So percent AX to percent DS. MOV. Now this will be another percent AX to percent FS. So now percent AX to percent, it'll be GS. Yes, it will. And now we go call Syscall handler. Pop EAX MOV percent AX to percent DS MOV percent AX to percent ES MOV percent AX to percent FS and GS again, yeah. That's not a percent, that's a dot. No, not comma, I mean. That's not a comma, that's a dot. That'll be bad. And so now we go MOV AX to percent GS pop A add $8. And then ESP. Now I ret. And so now in IDT.c, I want to add So this will be with the externs. So right here, this will look different. So it'll be extern void. We found a reference to you, reason suggestion. Public code references. What the fuck? GitHub chat? What the fuck are you doing? Copilot code. What? What is this taking me to? Oh, it's just found similar things in other people's code, and it's decided to tell me. It's like, oh, we found this in other people's systems. It was like, cool. Like, what is Wyvern? It doesn't even have a README. No description. Just kernel tools, make file, adding blank README file 16 years ago. Damn. Oh, box.sh. Getting Quemu on box to work again. Wow, this is old. Fuck, wow. Okay. So if we were to... So there's another person. Let me have a look. Kernel include mem idt.h. Let's have a look at what this guy's one is. 128 ISRs. Fuck me. Well, I mean, it jumped from IRQ 15 to ISR 128, so... What's slide X? 14 years ago was the last. A free x86-64 operating system, not POSIX. Okay, SlideX is a free operating system developed in C and assembly for x86 architecture. This OS conforms to the POSIX convention. SlideX is based on a microkernel architecture. For the moment, SlideX is using Grub 0.9 bootloader, but use its own. So now it has SX loader. Wow. No, hang on. It's still using... No, it's now using SX Loader, which is its own bootloader. Fuck, wow. Library to develop slide X. Oh wow, it actually has like libraries to develop on this system. That's cool. Oh, it's based on James Molly's tutorial. Hang on, I think I've heard of this one. Is it still up? No, it's not. It's down. jamesmolly.co.uk/tutorial_html.index.html. It's not loading anymore. To test SlideX, make all install, run. It will compile and install on disk.img and run to Quemu to generate documentation. Make docsgen. My favorite one, bro. For the logo, for the splash screen. That's kind of cool, actually. Wow. Anyway, let's see what else people have found, like people have made. So there's this one as well. You guys can't see, but Katmai, which was 16 years ago. There's already bulk configuration terminal for Katmai. Dropped. Pretty much you use the x86 microkernel. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not doing anything new here, obviously. But wow, I just thought it was weird that it was like, oh, GitHub Copilot. Oh, we referenced this. I've never had that come up before, being like, yeah, we've found a reference to this. I've never had that come up, like, ever. So anyway, this isn't actually this. This will be... Let me separate it slightly from the rest, because this isn't actually an IRQ. This will be Syscall _stub. No. Wait. Let's go to line 151 right real quick. Yeah, I am. So IDT set entry. So this will be IDT in a... No, hang on. I don't want to do this. I want to set a new entry. So IDT set... You know what? Yeah, we'll do this. So we found references. Okay, let's view this reference, actually. X tab provider. What the fuck is this? Huh? I don't know what the fuck this is. Note this log may contain personal information such as the contents of your files or terminal output. Please review the contents before sharing. I don't know what that is. Why is it giving that to me? Anyway, so this is actually just, instead of it being 48, this will be 0x80. Hang on. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, so that will be a reference to 0x80 or 0x08, 0x8. No, that's 0xEE. Yeah. Okay, so it's 0x80 and not 0xEE instead of 0x80 like the rest of them, because like the differences between like different, like in the DPL field, 0x80 has DPL equal 0, meaning that only ring 0 can trigger it, while 0xEE has a DPL equal 3, which means ring 3 code can also fire IDT 0x80, right? Not IDT, INT. I'm in IDT.c. So anyway, so now we'll save that, and that's all we need to do for this, right? Now, what I am going to quickly do is I will make clean, and now we'll run make again to see if any errors happen. Assemble messages in ISR, operand type mismatch for add. So ISR.s, what line is this? 86. Oh, yeah, no, because I haven't... Yeah, no, hang on, I can't actually run this yet, so what's the fucking point? Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead, and so this will be hashtag if and def syscall h, define syscall h, hashtag include stdint.h, hashtag include... No, I don't want this one, actually. I want idt.h. Let's go. What are the problems here? End if is missing. Yes, it is. You are correct. Let me just... hashtag end if. You happy now? Thank you. Usually I actually do add that last, but if it wants me to add it now, I guess I'll just add it now. So now we'll go hashtag define syscall. No, we want... Oh, hang on. All right. Okay, so this will just be sys underscore right, which will actually equal 0. Thank you very much. And now hashtag define sys x, it will be 1. hashtag define sys get PID, not fork. Get PID is 2. And so now we go void syscall init void. And now void syscall handler. This is, what the fuck are you doing? Huh? This is not struct. No. I'll look at that later. Registers. Regs. There we go. Okay. So that's that. Anyway. So now we've got syscall.c, and this is not going to be all that big. So let's just go hashtag in. We just want to include syscall.h because, well, we have to. And we also want to include not process.h because that doesn't exist. VGA.h because that's our VGA driver. That's, we're going to want this mainly because, well, right now we will go void, not v, void terminal right string, and it will be const char and not str. We want data, not default. What the fuck, data? Yeah, thank you. It was like, yeah, we'll give it to you, and then I hit tab, and it was like, actually, huh, no, we won't. I'm sorry. And so that's like that. And so now we'll go void terminal underscore see, that is exactly actually what I wanted. And so now this will be underscore right sys. No, why is it doing this? It just goes, well, yes, I know what I'm doing. Right. What the fuck? Damn. So this will be right EBX, which is the buffer of ECX, which is the size, which actually isn't the size, it's the length. What the fuck, man? Oh, because I've already got it. Bytes. Terminal. And I kind of need a piss, guys. Give me a second. Breaking time. Anyway, oh yeah, enjoy this. Hang on. Should I give me a second. Spotify. I don't have Spotify installed. Fuck. Shit. All right. Well, you guys are gonna sit in silence, right? Alright, well, I've got to go have dinner. So let me just put this up here. Using dinner. Using dinner. You know what? Yeah, you guys can. Yeah, there you go. Alright. I'll be back in around like 10-15. Alright. I'll take my gloves off so I can eat better, and I will be back. Alright. Okay. So that took a bit longer than I thought it would. Ended up having like talking. Just give me a minute. I need to reset some stuff up. Alright. Hang on. So yeah, no, I end up having a bit of a conversation with my mum and my sister. Just having fun convo. And it took a little while to eat my dinner because, you know, I did take my Dex. So not really much of an appetite going on. Please, if you can ignore the crying, if you can hear it. Just give me a sec, guys. Sorry about this. Jesus. Hope you guys like the terminal in the background. It looks pretty cool, hey? No. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Fuck. God damn it. 2 concurrent viewers. Who the fuck was watching literally just this? That's crazy. Like, nothing's been happening and 2 people have just been watching. Alright, hang on. Alright. Alright. So here I am. Let me see if I can just go ahead and... No, that didn't work. Control. No, that didn't do it either. So I need to do this manually now. Sorry, guys. Ah, that's why. That's why. Okay. Alright, let me just... Not filters. I want properties. And then crop the top more to get rid of the community guidelines thing. Give me a second. It's going to take a while. Literally at 200 pixels being cut off and going up. Alright. Okay. Okay, so I did this comment. Then... Alright. So, what are we doing? Okay. So, Cicero... Yeah, okay. So this will be... static... int... syswrite... That, not this. At all. First of all, it doesn't even get my... so we want... len... So const jar buff uint32 underscore t len. Okay. Okay. All right. So this will be if no buff. Oh. And so return -1 invalid buffer, I guess. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works. And so now we go uint32_ti for I equals 0, I less than lang, I plus plus. Terminal put char buff I. So what I actually want to do is put that there. Oh, no, let me tab this up. No, I don't need to tab this up. That's fine. And then, yeah, return when. Okay, so this is actually return int. Dude, this thing actually rocks. So we have an error here. Identifier buff is undefined. So, because it says buffer here. I don't want buffer, I want buff. That should fix it. There we go. Terminal put char buffer now. Okay, so this is just one issue. It sometimes tries to. There we go. Return len. And so now sys exit. For now it just halts. So for now, just halt the CPU. There we go. So static void sys exit int. We don't want int status. We want int. We'll just make it code because it's the code. And so void code. Hang on, I did this wrong. So it's actually void code. I'm not. Fuck. Dead. Thank you for that ASM volatile halt. There we go. And so now sysget PID returns dummy PID for now. Yeah, that's pretty much. So we don't actually want it to return 1, we want it to return 0. And we'll just get rid of that. Alright, and so now void syscall init. Now, we actually... Wait, no, hang on. Nah, not this. It's void syscall underscore, oh, not underscore, handler. Hang on. All right. Handler. And so this will be struct registers reg. Now, all of this, because I'm not having a oh, hang on a minute. So, yeah, no. So this will be... Yeah, no, I'll rewrite this because this isn't what I want at the moment. Hang on. Look, actually, hang on. One thing I probably could try doing is let me quickly. Hang on. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can. Let's just go ahead and go. What is this? No, hang on. This has. What's it called? What's the thing called? What's the thing called? It is Ubuntu Package Manager, right? No, it's not. I haven't used this piece of software in a while. Let's. Nah, this. It ain't already here. In the Synaptic Package Manager. I haven't used that in ages. Snap! The Snap Store. So let's just go Control. That's not the Alt key. Control Alt T. Do I have Snap? Yes, I do. Sudo snap install spos. Oh, let's go Spotify. Hang on, do I have Qt on this thing? Qt. How do I tell if I've got Qt? That's funny. All right, QMake version. QMake. So let's go dpkg-l here grep qt. Yeah, I do have qt. All right. Oh shit! Hang on. Sudo snap install Spotify-qt. Let me get the Qt version of Spotify. So. Look, I'm just gonna see if I can like background music or something. And if I'm gonna be honest, copyright can suck my balls, really. It's installing now. Let me run. No, I won't. Oh. Oh shit! Did I bring my charger with me? Do I have a charger? Yes, I do. Thank God. Is that the right one? Oh yes, it is. Oh thank God. Because I kind of came here on a whim, like. because I kind of came here on a bit of a whim. Not like I didn't really bring anything with me that I usually do. I got the essentials like keys, phone, wallet, but I didn't bring like my water bottle. So I've got this like Pepsi Max bottle that I found on the floor. I washed it out, obviously, but also like my charger. I usually bring one with me, but I'm really glad that I didn't end up taking this one back to my father's place because this one, oh God, this one that it came when I got my phone. I got it off of Regalo. It was a little birthday gift, and it came with a charger. I'm actually so glad that I didn't take that one because then I wouldn't have a charger here. And usually I do bring my own, like it's like a black one. Usually I use that one because it's like longer, but this one I'll have to do for tonight. It should be fine, right? As long as I've got a power brick, which I do. Oh, that looks so much neater under there because by recently, like almost a month ago now, I redid my entire power management under there because there was like a power board plugged into another power board plugged into like my PC or my monitors and all this stuff, and then that had like some extension cord going to my TV, and it was like multiple power boards interconnected, interlacing each other. I'm genuinely surprised that I hadn't blown a breaker or like blew up the house or something. And well, I didn't, so that's good. Obviously, we like that. But I fixed it all up not that long ago when I was redoing my entire. I was redoing my entire setup. Like I moved my PC from this side to that side to make it easier for me to access, like USB ports and other stuff as well, and also like take off the side panel because sometimes I need to just take off the side panel and like hot swap drives and stuff. Speaking of which, I'm not sure if one of my drives is actually detected anymore, which is kind of bad because that's got all my games on. I don't really play games all that much. Like I don't even have Steam, but I'm not really much of a gamer anymore, but the occasional game, bit of fun. It's just got all my games on it. And it's not being detected by, the system anymore. It was in Windows. I think it's a formatting issue because I think it's formatted in NTFS, which you can get on Linux, NTFS, but it's also not good. NTFS in general, not just on Linux, it's not good, but just in general, NTFS is not the best file system out there. FAT32 also definitely isn't as well. They're all really old and outdated. NTFS is definitely better than FAT. I think, yeah. Okay, so Spotify QT is done, so let's go Spotify QT. Welcome to Spotify QT. Oh. Okay, so this runs completely different than what I'm... Okay, so let's go HTTP. Sorry, this is a bit of a detour. 127.0.0.1:8888. Unable to connect. Great. Set the for using the app, you need to have Spotify dashboard. I've used this before, yeah. Log in another way. All right, so now I need to go into my Gmail. Okay, let me just get this security code. Log in. I'll leave that page, I don't need it. create a new app and select the redirect URI, so dashboard. I already have one, it's called Spotolay. Sorry, I've reached my limit of developer apps. Oh yeah, so let me go into Spotolay and I'm just gonna user management, basic information. Can I delete this because I don't use it anymore? So let me just Spotify Qt. App description for Qt. Website, don't need a website. Redirect URI will be http colon. This redirect URI is not URI URL. It says URI here. Colon /127.0.0.1 port 8080888888. Understand and agree. Save. Our client ID. What's the client's secret? View client secret. Authenticate. Agree. Whoa, this looks real different. I like this though. It looks kind of like Rhythmbox a bit. Hey, I used to use Rhythmbox all the time. Oh, if you don't know what Rhythmbox is, you're not really missing out. It was bad, but can I? Oh yeah, liked tracks. Here it is. History. Oh my god, it has my entire history here. All right, so I'm gonna plug my headphones in, get this going. Yeah. Okay. So let me just move my old ass MacBook. I would use that for testing out the operating system, but the thing is that would require me to reformat a partition in FAT32, which I kind of don't want to do. So yeah, now let me just test to make sure these are in fact working. Sound settings.
Front, right.
No, they're not. Okay, so output. Okay, maybe I have it in the wrong. Is it red or green?
Front, right.
It's green.
Front, left.
Yeah. So you guys could hear that. I really like, because I use Unity, Ubuntu Unity, the Unity Desktop Manager, because I love it so much. It's like I grew up with it. Because I used to use really old version of Ubuntu back in the day when it was technically not a really old version. It was like one of the newest. It was like 11.04, and it was my first ever experience with not only Ubuntu but Linux as a whole. And that was back when they were using the Unity desktop environment. And there are so many things, because on my main laptop I have just normal Ubuntu with GNOME, because they switched over to GNOME in I think 2016. Green. But they switched over in 2016, and I think there was something else in between, but that was really shit. Like really shit. I think it's being kept up by UbiPort's Ubuntu Touch for mobile, but it was not good for desktop use, and they quickly changed to GNOME, which they didn't make. They made GNOME, but they didn't make. No, they didn't make GNOME. They made Unity, but they didn't make GNOME. But yeah, they made Unity, and Unity I find so much better. It's no longer as maintained, Ubuntu Unity, but it still is maintained, somewhat. And the thing I like about it is it's easier, from my opinion, it's just easier to use, easier to configure, especially with audio stuff. And also one thing I really like about the audio stuff is there's an option to allow louder than 100% volume, which is fucking crazy. It goes up to, what is it, 150, I think it is. Which is just absolutely insane, by the way. Anyway, let's top tracks. What are my top tracks? What top tracks does it say it is? Faint by Linkin Park. Oh, yo. No active device found. Settings. Interface. Appearance. Breathe. Nah. I don't like Breeze, and now I can't change it. Why did I? Aha, I fixed it. Application interface, appearance, Breeze, apply. There we go. What about Oxygen? What does that look like? Nah. Windows. What, make it look like Windows? No, that's like Windows 9X. That looks like shit. Hello. Levitating man. Okay, tray icon enabled. Album art as icon. Oh, wow. Player command failed. No active device found. What the fuck do you mean, no active device found? Oh shit, I just quit it. Okay, so Spotify QT isn't working. I'm not sure why you're the only one here. Yeah, I don't know. It is. Anyway. So sudo snaps uninstall dull export remove Spotify QT. Yeah, this is literally just to get Spotify. Now we'll just get Spotify without the Qt, which uses GNOME for its design. And I'm not using GNOME, so I mean GNOME apps do work fine on Unity. It's just a little bit inconsistent with how it looks because GNOME is a bit, in my opinion, GNOME is a bit shit. It's not bad, but it's not good, you know. This is not my cup of tea, I guess you could say. Hey, gnomes, yeah. It's the display manager. No, not garden gnome. It's the display manager for what Ubuntu uses now. I don't use it. I use Unity, as I've said. You know, Unity, my beloved. I love Unity. It looks old and it does look a bit outdated, but if I'm going to be honest, that's kind of why I like it. It doesn't follow the new flat style of everything that you see nowadays. Like, it has more character and more personality to it, per se, I guess you could say. Yeah, I just really like how Unity looks, and I think it has something to do with the fact that I used to use it like years and years ago on yeah, I wouldn't say I'm old, but you're older than me. I would just like to point that out. So if you're saying I'm old, then that's shooting yourself in the foot a bit there. So yeah. But what was it? I think it was 11.04 was my first ever use with Ubuntu 11.04, which came out in 2011. And it was new at the time. So it was like 2011. So I was literally like either 2 or 3. And I still remember it. Because like that's how long I've been working with this shit. Obviously I wasn't good at it at all. I was very much still learning the basics, but you know, my pop, he was able to get a free old IBMs, like IBM laptops, put Ubuntu on them to make them run better, and also because he loves Linux, and then gave them to an entire family one Christmas. And I no longer have the exact one. I don't think it was an R51. I remember that. I'm not sure if I still have that exact one. So I have Spotify. I do remember it. Some parts I obviously remember better than others, but fuck. Is that good? Yeah, all right. You guys good? This is a dope lemon uptown folks. Just something to listen to while we're doing everything here. I'm just going to take the glasses off because it's a little bit overwhelming doing everything. Alright, so no, I don't want to do the switch just yet, so we just did get PID there, and so now we're going to be doing the Syscall handler. So this will be int rat equals 0. Yeah, so switch ret EAX syswrite ret syswrite EAX. Yeah. Leg, okay. Alright, it seems like YouTube hasn't yet caught on. So yeah, right, this seems correct to me. And so return value goes back in. So we actually want void. No, hang on. Alright. Void ret. Alright, you're loving your emojis over there. Void syscall. The real implementation, we would set up the IDT entry for syscalls here. For this example, we assume. Alright, well. No, IDT entry is registered in IDT underscore init with knife emoji doesn't exist. I swear it does. Via syscall underscore. Well, this would be not syscall handler. This would be syscall stub, not stub. Stub.asm. The fuck are you doing? Again, YouTube still seems to have. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. I wasn't watching the live feed. Alright. Yeah. No, I think. Oh, it didn't show up on stream. Search. Well, there you go. I'm not listening to this song right now. Oh, yeah, actually. How do I get rid of this now? Oh, there we go. Okay. So this is called stub, and so it's like nothing else to do here, so no initialization needed, I guess. Alright, and so now we go into kernel.c, and then after IDT init, which is here. Oh, hang on. Yes, it is knife. Don't eat the knife. We'll go hashtag include syscall.h with other includes as well. So syscall.h, that's basically everything we need. Everything else has been, you know, my handcrafted dependencies. As you can see, I have more handcrafted dependencies than not. I'm very proud of that. Okay, so it would be after IDT init, kernel main, after IDT init would be syscall init. And now we go into the make file over here, and we will go into the obj.s, and now we will go syscall.o. I don't know where to really put this. I'll put it in between the shell and the kernel, I guess. And so now we'll go syscall.o. And so this would be kernel syscall C, kernel syscall H. I wouldn't be doing any CPU idt.h, yes, but I won't be doing drivers. I won't do that, no. Alright, so let's now test. We'll go okay. Alright, so oh, hang on a minute. No, never mind. But yeah, there is an error in here. So $8 USB. Wait, hang on a minute. This is a $sign. That's not meant to be a $sign. It's meant to be a percent sign. Oh. Add L. Hang on. ADD L. So what is this? I'm gonna go make clean. So kernel void syscall handler at 39. Configuration for syscall handler have void. Well, what's going on here, huh? What the fuck? So void syscall handler, conflicting types of syscall handler. Hang on, let's go syscall.h, that's shell.h, syscall.h. So, oh, I get it. That's meant to be void. There we go. Okay, so make disk, make ISO, make run. Hell yeah. So now we go hell. There we go. Let's look at this. Look at this. We go time. It shows the time. That is the current time right now. Can you guys hear the music at all?